folks. Hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I am your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. And yes, we have some more TSR3 uh, weirdness, bizarreness. Listen, I am going to give a huge tip of the hat to Thomas Verrilt. I'm sure I'm pronouncing your last name wrong. Um, I got an email this morning. I didn't see it until this evening. I was out and about all effing day. And it's an interesting email. And it's an interesting video that goes along with it. I'm going to link the video. I will put it as, if I can figure out how to do it, it'll be in the comments. There aren't so many comments that you won't see it. So um, he basically says, I'm forwarding my screenshots of communication between Michael Hovermail. Now, Michael is the communications director over at TSR3, or their head propaganda minister. You know, I almost expect to see things like, well, during the invasion of Iraq, oh, we are pushing back the Americans. Okay, dude, I don't think so. Um, between Michael Hovermail and me, and Larry Elmore and me. That's not me. It's Thomas, Tom. If you use them, feel free to reveal your source and give a shout out if you can, which I'm certainly going to do. What is interesting is that through months of communications where Michael was recruiting me and trying to leverage the Star Frontiers fan magazine that I founded with Tom Steffens, frontierexplorer.org, and Larry Elmore, is a cornerstone of the Star Frontiers reboot. Because I was approached by on Facebook by an industry insider, or somebody who claims to be an industry insider, and told that he didn't think Larry Elmore would be involved with new TSR. I went to Michael and asked and got a cagey runaround. So I went to Elmore directly and was told he didn't know anything about it. I am that to Michael and got crickets. And about 4 or 5 hours after I am Michael, I got a message from Elmore that he has suddenly been contacted by TSR, and who knows, he might do the cover, but they have to work out the details. So I had previously done a video the day they did the alpha release, which I have not, by the way, I have not watched that video. My capacity for propaganda only goes so far. And analyzing the concept art and predicting that the reboot might look like based on that. After finding out I was lied to, I made a video to set the record straight and lay this out. And a few hours after the video hit the net, Havermill finally responded to me, telling me how disappointed he was in me, and informed me he does not give me permission to use anything in a video. I have news for Mr. Havermill. Your permission is not required. You submitted this with the idea that it would be brought out there, right? You were doing this for free advertising. Okay, your permission is not required. I mean, certainly you could try to, I don't know, do a copyright strike takedown type of crap. I mean, it's been tempted on me, and no, it's not gonna go anywhere. So look at the screen shares I have on the side. Now, regretfully, they're not in order because I'm a effing retard. But in any case, the middle part, right? This screenshot here with my pointers wrapping around. That is the conversation with Michael. And this is the real Michael. This isn't the Twitter Michael. The Twitter Michael, that was a lot more entertaining. But this is the real Michael. And this is from Tom. I'm hearing some reports since the video that Larry Elmore has left the project. Is this true? Who said that? If you don't mind letting me know. I'm not surprised that Michael asked that. You'd want to know who is spreading this information. Now, you notice I didn't say misinformation. Who is spreading this information? I was warned in confidence that I should look into whether Elmore is still on board. So I'm in a situation here. Frankly, it's the bait that tempts me. I was tempted on the basis of his involvement. If he's not involved, that kind of changes things. Again, I would assume that Tom is saying that my involvement in, um, you know, pushing the new reboot of Star Frontiers, if Larry is involved, that's one thing. If Larry isn't involved, then what are we looking at? So, what does Michael respond? I know I have a stalker that is spreading misinformation, is why I asked. Now, I don't know who that stalker would be. I don't know. Listen, there's a lot of, dare I say, uh, is it slander if it's done on video? I don't know. I would get those things confused. But new TSR or TSR3 likes to throw these accusations around about me. I stick to what they share. Okay. And when I'm making assumptions or I'm making conjectures, I state, hey, this is where I'm spitballing. But I share what they share, what they are dumb enough to put out. And it really is often dumb. So, I know I have a stalker that is spreading misinformation, is why I asked. And I understand not wanting to reveal your sources. I appreciate that professionalism. Fair enough. I will get approval to release more info and let you know as soon as I can. Approval to get more info out, right? Why would this be? Why would you need approval to say yes or no as to Larry's involvement? Yes or no. Larry was on a project and is on a project. Larry was on a project and is not on a project. Larry was approached and never gave us an answer. Um, but this is par for the course. The non-answers that TSR seems to give. We saw that with the Evil DM, with Vince Florio's interview of Michael and Justin Lanassa. It's a whole lot of, we can't tell you because stuff's behind the curtain. Well, I mean, that's more of that. So, what happens here? Well, you can look on my screen on the bottom part. Larry Elmore. Tom reaches out to Larry Elmore. Oh my God. Shit, I wouldn't even fucking reach out to Larry Elmore because I'm a fucking nobody. But he reaches out to Larry. Hello, Mr. Elmore. Now, again, and he gives his bona fides. My bona fides would be, hey, I've been blogging on about the old school gaming for the last like 13 years. Look at me. And he'd be like, I don't know who the fuck you are. And he rightly said it. Hello, Mr. Elmore. I'm an editor of a Star Frontiers fan magazine with 200 published articles about Star Frontiers in 3 different fanzines. I'm sorry. I can't say it fucking right. And I'm being recruited by new TSR on the basis of your involvement in their reboot of Star Frontiers. Now, let's just, if you've got the title of you have the trademark of the IP, which they don't. They're applying for it. They haven't. It's not been finalized, but they're going through the process. Okay, but if you have the trademark, it doesn't give you the IP, right? Doesn't give you the game system. It doesn't give you the art. So what does it give you? It gives you a name. However, I'm hearing reports that this may not be the case. And my contact at TSR got cagey when I asked him. I was wondering if you could clear this up. Tom V. All right. Then apparently Larry didn't answer for a bit, so Tom followed up. I just realized I might be asking you to tell stories at a school, and that wasn't my purpose. Industry insider, or just a guy that thinks he's an industry insider, warned me you won't be working with new TSR. I went straight to Hovermail at TSR, and he was cagey with me and he didn't answer my question, which was weird. So I figured I'd ask you to confirm from a different direction. Tom, this is what you're supposed to do. This is what an investigative reporter does. All right. This is you follow up, you follow the trail, and this is great work, and I'm impressed by it because this is something that Tom is passionate about. He's passionate about Star Frontiers. He wants to see Star Frontiers done right. Sadly, it will likely be done by TSR3, so it's going to be My opinion, by the way, here, my opinion, I'm going to make sure I couch that properly. My opinion is going to be done in a haphazard way, but hey, it's going to be called Star Frontiers, right? Um, well, that's the response, mind you, from Larry. Well, I really don't know anything about what's going on with any gaming company. So, no problem. Now, all right. Larry's not wired in. Larry's taking a much lighter workload over the last couple of years. I believe his wife manages most of his commission work. Larry mostly paints for himself these days, um, but he's got a price. We all have a price, right? And he has a price where, if you hit that price, it'll enable him to be probably more happily retired than he currently is. And sure, and he's he is an amazing artist. So Tom follows up with, um, so yeah, basically, you've not been commissioned to paint a cover for the Star Frontiers reboot. Okay, that's at 11:59 at noon on Monday. 6 p.m. Sorry, 6:02. I maybe just talked to them today. So all I can say is that could be a possibility. Few things have to get ironed out first, like probably his rates and the rights. But yeah, no. Apparently Larry was not approached. Right? This is Larry saying, "Oh, they only reached out to me today after you reached out to them and me, and they got panicky." These are my words. All right, so don't be going, oh, Tenkar is putting words in people's mouth. These are my words. This is my interpretation. Is that TSR? I'm not telling you who at TSR realized. Oh shit, we've been throwing Larry's name around, and we never really approached Larry. Maybe we should approach Larry, since this guy Tom is doing like God's work and actually asking fucking questions. Now, here's the thing. Tom asked questions of TSR, and what did TSR do? They didn't answer the questions. Vince Florio asked TSR questions that Vince said. Well, I gave them these questions ahead of time, right? They knew what questions were coming. Vince said that in the video later on, right? And what did they do? They didn't give straight answers because they've got nothing to give straight answers about. So, now, what is this top part of the screen share going? It says Star Frontiers, right? New application filed August 24th. Now, there was a prior Star Frontiers application filed, right? Which is still waiting on the notice of use, I believe it is, or whatever it's called. They haven't, the trademark office has not received the reply that they're going to need to say, oh, this is how you're going to use it. All right, okay, and they're going to rubber stamp it and go forward with it. They haven't put that through yet. But there's a new filing. So what is this new filing about? Well, we're going to skip down a little bit. And this trademark goods and service description for Star Frontiers. Card games, playing card game accessories, namely playing card cases, playing card holders, mats for use in connection with playing card games, playing card shuffling devices and dice, playing cards and card games, trading card games. So, we have an RPG that theoretically has been produced and sold out, right? The alpha that, if you watch Tom's video, and you should watch Tom's video if you have any interest in how shell games are committed against this community of ours, you will hear how Michael Hovemar admits to, well, you shouldn't have seen the alpha was for sale. Well, it's for sale on two different locations that are owned by Lanasa at two different prices. But in any case, this is the game that, like, Vince had a video with them showing off the new book without opening up the new book. So we have a Star Frontiers RPG. I don't even know who it's written by. Right? We don't know who it's written by. Cover art that must be placeholder cover art, right? Because Larry Elmore's going to cover, theoretically, possibly, perchance, maybe, kind of, sort of. And what do we have? We have really, if you look in the bag, all right, you look in the bag and you go, hey, I got this heavy bag of gold. And you look in the bag and all you have is rocks and fucking lead. There you got it. You got TSR. TSR3. I should make sure you understand it. This is not the TSR that created Gen Con. Because when they got banned from Gen Con, we're getting banned from the convention that we started. No, you're not getting banned from the convention that you started because you didn't start any conventions. So yes. Now, I'm sure I'm going to get a few dislikes on this because the loyal TSR army is going to come out and go, oh, Tenkar is talking bad things about TSR. We know how he is. He or somebody on that follows him. They wrote the letter that the mentally deranged moronic asshole wrote. No, nobody did. Okay, I didn't write it. Nobody that is a member of this community wrote it. I'm not saying that somebody that was a moronic imbecile with other mental issues didn't write it. And I can't even identify who they are, but it's not somebody that's part of this community. Okay, I can tell you that. So feel free to give your dislikes, but if you like what I do, and if you like what Tom does, again, there's going to be a link to his channel and his video. Watch the video, see the actual legwork he put into this, because again, it's something that he is really invested in, which is Star Frontiers. Like and subscribe to his channel, but if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please subscribe and like. Really, I do appreciate it. Now, just to get a little ahead of ourselves, tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, myself and Old Man Grodnar, Glenn Hellstrom, Dungeons, Dragons, and Discourse live stream. Then 8 p.m. Saturday. This is all Eastern time. 8 p.m. Saturday. I am going to be looking like an overaged rocker, hard rocker, heavy metalist from the mid 80s in some really tight fitting yoga clothes. It's going to be as embarrassing as all hell as I can make it. However, we're doing this for a good cause. We're going to be doing this for St. Jude's. I will have a link available for you to donate directly. And when you donate, if you do, my niece Shannon will be in charge of the chat, and she will be sharing, the donations and other feedback. So it's going to be for a good cause. It should be a lot of fun. And as always, we're in the midst of the world of COVID. All I ask, use common sense. Common sense. All right. I'm not saying go out and get vaxxed or go out and wear a mask. None of that shit. Because I hate fucking masks, but I am vaxxed. And that's my personal decisions based upon my risk factors. I am going to say use your common sense to keep yourself, your loved ones, your family, your friends healthy and safe. Be safe, be well, God bless. Roll those dice. And God willing, I'm back tomorrow at 8 p.m. All right, folks. Thank you. Laters.